What's going on, people? Proof here, and I'm back with our recruit reports for our newest team members up and coming in set 9. And I'm going to be going over one of the Dudley units that was revealed the last time Spikes had support shown. I can't remember exactly when. I think it was late last week that it came out, but I was taking a break. I was recovering from studying for my exam and everything, and now I'm good. I'm back, and I'm ready to give you guys some good information on these things. And as always, I'm going to go over the card. I'm going to give my opinions on the card. I'm going to give them my rating on the card as of now, and then give myself the right to revisit it later once everything is fully revealed for the set. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. And today I'm going to be going over Dudley Jetter, which is one of the rares coming from set 9. And he says, Generation Break 1, retire this unit. At the beginning of your ride phase, if you have a Vanguard with Dudley in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, until end of turn, if the G unit you stride has Dudley in its card name, you may stride without paying the costs on the next stride. It's really funky wording, but basically if he's on the field and your Vanguard is Dudley, you can retire him and then stride for free as long as you stride to a Dudley unit. And so before I go into the card, I just want to mention that Bushiroad, I need to stop swiveling this doggone chair. Bushiroad's confirmed that Dudley is going to be receiving a new stride in the upcoming set, so he will definitely be of use with Dudley Jetter, so that way you're not limited strictly to Geronimo, which you may or may not want to go into depending on the phase of the game that you're in, provided that the stride they get has good mid-game potential. But going into Jetter himself, he can be called out through Jessica's skill because Jessica calls out Dudley units as long as you stride a Dudley on top of her. So this provides you, if you say you have 4 in your deck, this can provide you with up to 4 free stride turns because you're calling him out through her skill, which doesn't cost you from hand, and then you can stride through retiring him, and then through Jessica's skill you can call out another one, so you can keep chaining them through and through until you're out of Dudley Jetters. And when being called out through Jessica's skill, he is +5, so it becomes a 12k attacker, which is pretty good, especially considering all the 9ks that the deck has at its disposal. You can have 21k attackers throughout the majority of the game, provided you keep cycling through this guy, which you want to definitely have in your deck. Excuse me. You can also search him out through Jelly Beans, which Jelly Beans isn't a card that's been used a lot. It was used somewhat when it was revealed because being able to use him to get Dudley Mason out of your deck because he's your optimal ride was a really good strategy to use. And now it could be seeing some more play. There was a guy at our locals that used it, Jay, and he had some success with the Dudley Jessica build, Dudley Bad End build that featured Jelly Beans in the deck. And there might be space for that strategy to make its way into the deck once the set drops, because of more Dudleys at your disposal means higher targets to grab over the usual stuff like the Masons and whatnot. And he could be a good target to grab just to, maybe you have one in hand, maybe you want to keep him in the deck, search out through Jessica, like give you some flexibility with what you want to do with it. And that seems to be the way the Dudley core is going, is being more flexible and having more defensive options. And I theorized this a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, but like I want to say like last month, where I theorized that Dudley is going to be becoming a more defensive option to combat Ryzen being a really aggressive offensive version of the deck. So in that way it's kind of like having the two teams pitted against each other to see who comes out on top type of thing. And considering that this guy strides for free off the field and doesn't use your hand, you can amass more hand to be able to fend off attacks, which kind of feeds into the whole defensive philosophy. Now granted, Jessica doesn't have very good means of controlling the board, unlike other card advantage clans that can control the board, such as your Kagurus and sometimes Shaharlet, Dark Irregulars. Those kinds of clans can have me, especially Sullivan, because the guard potential is in its own way his card advantage, especially because where Tiger Yeager comes out, hopefully for America, we'll see. But tangent. Back to Jeter. I say he's an all-around good card and provide a constant stream of strides, easily searchable. The con is that he has to be on the field to be used. So if you're going against retired clans or lock clans, he becomes a high priority target because your opponent doesn't want you to stride off your field for free. Free because it's a break even pretty much, because that's what Smart Brothers do. But the fact that he has to be on the field to be utilized is a weakness for him. Small weakness, but it's still a weakness. And excuse me. And it's weird because he's generation break, so you can't use him until you've already stridden or used a G Guardian or something. He happens to be on the field. So that's a potential combo right there. Is you have him on the field if you ride to grade 3 first, and then you use a G Guardian, and then you can stride with him through Jessica's skill, retire him, stride a Dudley, and then get another one for free, and then have another 12K booster back there in that same area. So that's another potential combo you could utilize as well. But overall, I think he's a really solid card. And in terms of rating, it's kind of weird because I'm giving him a grade based on his inclusion in the Dudley deck solely and not his overall use, just because you can't combine him with Ryzen as effectively. But in the context of a Dudley deck, I give him a really, really good like 4.5, 5, because I could see him being a staple 4, just because the potential is there to want to call him and have him on board, just so you can have that potential to stride off your field and then keep cycling through. Because deck thinning, shuffles, pulling triggers together, all those things all in one through this card. So that's really strong. And so I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, like, comment, subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys think of Dudley Jeter. And until next time, peace. Be easy.